Friday Okonofua is a professor of obstetrics and gynecology, and is also a fellow of the Nigerian Academy of Sciences, as well as the African Academy of Sciences. He has served as the executive director of the International Federation of Gynecology and Obstetrics, and as a honorary advisor of health to President Olusegun Obasanjo of Nigeria. Professor Okonofua is a global champion in women's health, and a discipline where he's published more than 270 journal articles and obtained 46 international research grants. He is a member of the editorial board of the British Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology, and he's also the founding editor of the Journal of Reproductive Health. He has served as a program officer at the Ford Foundation, as a consultant to several international agencies, including the MacArthur Foundation and the World Health Organization. He is also a team leader of the World Bank's Center of Excellence in Reproductive Health Innovation, as well as a coordinator of the World Bank projects at the University of Benin in Nigeria. He recently completed his term as the pioneer vice chancellor of the University of Medical Sciences in Ondo State, Nigeria. And now he is the director of grants and research at the University of Benin in Nigeria.
Good afternoon, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. First, let me express my deep gratitude and appreciation to the Evidence Leaders in Africa team for considering me worthy to be selected as a runner-up in the Evidence Leadership Award. I feel highly honored because I believe it is a recognition by peers of my efforts in promoting reproductive health and rights in Africa over these years. I particularly thank officials of the African Institute for Development Policy and the African Academy of Science for co-hosting this award that enabled my selection. In the email informing me of the award, Dr. Rose Oronja noted as follows: the award recognizes your work on policy engagement and the use of evidence for policy and practice in women's health and reproductive health issues, and notably your establishment of the Women's Health and National Research Center, which has played a key brokering role in supporting evidence use. As we know, the doctrine of sexual and reproductive health and rights emanated from an international conference on population and development which took place in Cairo in 1994. The conference's plan of action was adopted by 179 countries across the world, resolved to promote and protect the reproductive rights and health and rights of all persons as a human right, and enjoined all countries and governments to be responsive to the needs of their citizens through providing all necessary information and relevant services. The Women's Health and National Research Center was established the following year in 1995 as a non-governmental, non-profit, and non-political organization to respond to the peculiar needs of the African continent, which were clearly described and initiated at the ICPD conference. Specifically, Africa was identified at the conference as a continent with the highest incidences of abuses of these rights, including high incidence of gender-based violence, harmful traditional practices, gender discrimination, maternal morbidity and mortality, unsafe abortion, and limited access to sexual and reproductive health information and services. WAC was therefore established and configured to respond to these deficits with the mission stated to promote the health and social well-being of women, youth and adolescents through research and evidence-based advocacy. Thus, right from the very beginning, WAC focused its research on providing essential evidence for engaging policymakers and government departments in reproductive health and women's health programming and policy making. In this regard, some of the most noteworthy accomplishments of work have included the following. 1. Publication of more than 300 research articles on women's health and sexual health in international peer-reviewed journals. 2. The establishment of the African Journal of Reproductive Health as an international journal in 1997, which has published original research articles in reproductive health from many, and indeed many sub-Saharan African countries. Then 3, advocacy for the first passage of the first legislation against the practice of female genital mutilation in Nigeria. 4, the signing into law of the first strategic plan for promoting adolescent reproductive health by any government with the active support of WAC. 5th, the issuance of policies, advocacy for the issuance of policies on free maternal and child health services that were issued by 18 state governments in Nigeria. Then, and finally, the establishment of the National Midwifery Scheme by the federal government of Nigeria in 2007, among several others. So my role as a research to policy advocate has enabled me to be appointed as the Executive Director of the International Federation of Gynecology and Obstetrics FIGO, as well as being appointed in 2007 as advisor on health to President Olusegun Obasanjo of Nigeria. To date, the attainment of optimal sexual and reproductive services in Africa remains an incomplete agenda. Therefore, more work we believe needs to be done in the form of engaging governments and policymakers with the evidence needed for them to deal with these very important bottlenecks and challenges that remain. So I believe very strongly that this Evidence Leadership Award and also my recent appointment as a member of the high-level commission established by UNFPA to advance commitments made at the UN ICPD Prof 25 conference held in Nairobi in 2019 will surely motivate me and engender me to continue to work in this direction, and along with work and its national and international partners, I'm sure this award will enable us to do more for the continent. Once again, I want to thank the organizers of this award for making this important award, for giving me this opportunity, and for supporting my work over the years. And I also thank all international agencies, especially the donor agencies, who have supported my work over the years.